Alright, here comes the basic sweep from the butterfly guard. Okay. I'm controlling his both arms right now. Okay. Now I'm gonna move one leg. I'm gonna have my feet touching each other. Okay. And my shin slides towards his belly right here. Okay. And then you keep his arm tight, like touching all your leg. Okay. The way you make sure you have a tight grip here, it's like opening your knee to the side, okay? It drives him, it breaks his balance, alright? So, from here, I'm going to put my foot, touch my other foot. I make sure I have the shin on his belly, okay? And right now, with the right hand, I'm going to get his tight, like the pendulum sweep. It is the same grip here, okay? See how I move, okay? I go there, I shrink forward to get his thigh. See that I'm sideways already, I'm not in front of him anymore. And now to break his balance, I keep pulling him towards me to break the balance. And at the same time, I move my knee to the left, okay? In a diagonal move to the side. Then I help to roll him with this hand, and I go straight for the knee on the belly. Okay, now let's use one external hook. Okay, right now he has his knees on the ground, alright? So basically, I'm gonna move to the side, okay, which will enable me to pass one leg behind his leg, and then I'm gonna put my foot in front of his thigh, okay? No, basically I'm controlling his sleeves, alright? Now I'm gonna move to the side, okay? As much as you can. I'm gonna pass this leg behind his leg, and see how I hook my foot on his thigh, right now in front of the knee, okay? Now to break his balance and sweep him is very easy. I just pull my right arm towards me and I lift up his left hand all together, and then we go straight to the mount, and I'm ready to go for the killer. Okay. Alright, now the same external hook sweep in the case that he puts one knee up. Well, right now I have to do the same job. Hook his leg, passing my leg behind his leg and the other foot in front of his thigh. Note that I'm in front of him, but in order to do the sweep, you have to be on his side. Okay? See that I move and I'm crossing his side already. Okay? Now, the knee up gives a good stance for him. However, it creates an opportunity to break his balance even easier if I go to the other way now. So right now I have to move myself backwards, away from him a little bit, okay? Creating a little space between me and the closest foot that is right here, to allow me to put this foot as a hook behind his ankle here. Okay, so the foot that was here. Okay, you still have the option, if you feel that he can lose the balance that way, to pull the arm and lift up the other one, pushing the knee, okay? Or you can put the foot behind the ankle, and now you simply pull him to you and lift up his leg and go for the knee on the back. Alright, this sweep here comes from the standing position. Alright? Note that I'm controlling one lapel and one sleeve on the same side. Okay? So on the same side that I have control here, I'm going to slide my foot down, trapping his leg. Okay? My knee joint should be right behind his ankle. Okay? Bending my leg on this motion, which will help me to sit up. Okay? To sit up from here, it's difficult. There's a limitation. My own legs are not letting me to go up too much. If I slide one leg down and I flex the leg, pulling, to me it helps me to put the other, when I put the other foot down, to sit up. Okay? Now when I sit up, I drive his arm across his leg, okay, and I switch the grip. Okay? The hand that was on the lapel goes between his leg and traps his sleeve here. Okay? Note that right now I am in the same position when we trained before how to stand up. Okay? Doing this motion here. Alright? So right now I have my hand on the mat. Okay? I have this right foot in a good base here, which will allow me to do a bridge if I want. Okay? But the whole motion here right now, it's simply pushing him backwards with my shoulder, alright, going forward, and at the same time I pull and sweep his leg backwards here. And then we go for a sweep. Okay? Now see that I still have control, so we go for the half guard and make sure you release the other leg. Okay? And go for the first mobilization. Alright, from the half guard, let's work the very basic sweep, and also it will teach you how to defend and protect the position, okay? And give a hard time to him if he wants to pass the guard. So note that as the half guard rolls, I cannot stay with my back flat on the mount. He's going to put all his weight on me, put some pressure, and he will pass the guard. So make sure you try to keep your body sideways as much as you can, okay? For him here, he needs to control my neck, and then he will control all the range motion that I'll be able to do for the guard game here, alright? So his idea is coming with this arm to control my neck, alright? So you need to protect that and not allow the guy controls your neck at any cost, okay? If he controls your neck, later on we will train more advanced sweeps from the half guard, alright? So in this case, I want to teach you to avoid the attack of his left arm on your neck. Okay, so when he comes for the neck grip, I want you to start to block your head. Okay, hands on the head like that, because then he cannot grab my neck anymore. All right, he's just touching my forearms, but I still can move. Okay, I can move my head here. You know, I can move my head under him. Okay, so you can move a little bit more, alright? So once you're here, I want you now, make sure you're sideways. I want you to use your right hand between his legs and trap his leg, okay? Like that, alright? Now, I want you to put your second hand over the leg, and at the same time, make sure you don't let your neck here, because he's going to control, okay? Once you're here, I want you to contract your body and put your head close to him as much as you can. Now the other arm comes on top of the leg. Now I'm about to control his ankle here, okay? Now, note that I'm closing the guard on the half guard here, okay? You might need to unlock the guard, okay? And put this foot on the ground here to enable you to push a little bit and do a little bridge forward at the same time that I pull his ankle to me, okay? Now I use my left shoulder to push him, okay? He cannot straight his leg back, so I'm going to sweep him to the side with explosion, okay? So keep contracting his leg, go for the pass the guard, and for the first move. Okay, here's the half guard again, alright? There he comes to try to control my neck, and I block, alright? So, one hand comes under the leg, I bring my head close to him, the second grip goes over the ankle, now I'm ready to push him, I use my left foot as an aid to push me forward, and then I do a little bridge with explosion, pulling the ankle to me. Alright, now on this situation, I was late, I missed the opportunity to protect myself, and then he comes to control my neck. Okay? And he puts my back flat on the mat. So here's one basic sweep that is very effective. Alright? This sweep is called the use of the third arm. Alright? We use one lapel. Okay? I'm going to straight one lapel. Note that the lapel comes from the armpit as well. So that's why we call this the third arm, imaginary arm here. Okay? So as soon as I have this lapel straight here, okay, I'm going to give this lapel to the other hand. Alright? Now I'm going to pass my right hand under his leg, okay, and I need to give this lapel to the other hand, okay. Note that right now is impossible, okay. So in order to do that, I need to pull him over me, okay, using a little bridge and bringing his leg, contracting, flexing my arm here, okay. When I drive him forward a little bit, look, then I'm able to give this lapel to the other arm. Now it's a straight and hard grip, okay, with a lot of leverage, alright? So, note that my body is turned to the right, okay? I don't have my back flat on the mat again anymore, okay? When I did this motion, I pull him, I give the lapel, and when I go back, I have my back off the mat, okay? Now with my left arm, I'm going to control his other arm, okay? You can grab the belt, the gi, the elbow, whatever you feel more comfortable, but keep the pressure, keep his arm close to you and close to him, okay? Now, my left foot will make an internal hook, okay? So you unlock the guard, okay? You can shrink a little bit back to create some space to put this foot as an internal hook here, okay? The sweep here now consists in you using your hips and upper body twisting, turning to the left side, okay? Now all my body turns to the right. Now I have to turn everything to the left, not only to the center. I have to finish the turn to the left, okay? When you do that with speed, it creates leverage, okay, and enables you to sweep the opponent. He becomes light, and you can sweep him, okay? Alright, now I'm going to attack for the arm bar here, and he's going to block. Okay, now you need to do a transition, because you don't want to go back to the close guard. You need to continue the attack and try to figure out something else. In this case, we're going to sweep him and then break his grips that he's blocking the arm bar, okay, during the sweep. Now I go for the arm bar front guard. Okay, then he blocks. Alright, so now I cannot break his grip like that. Okay? Here's what you have to do. The hand that was on the lapel, okay, you're going to switch the grip. This hand by the other one. See that I put my armpit against his armpit, okay? Sometimes you call this the chain grip, okay, because the elbows work as a chain, alright? And then I control on my lapel, okay? Now you have the right hand free to go for the pendulum sweep, okay? Note that I'm going after him and he's breaking the balance already, and I will sweep him. By the time that he's falling right now, you have to go back with your straighten your back laying down, okay? Because once I'm not fighting his arms with my arms anymore, okay? Now, as I have the chain grip and I'm controlling my lapel, when I straighten my back down, I use my back, all the muscles from my back to break his grip, okay? And then I drive his wrist on my armpit, squeeze my knees, and this is the regular arm bar, okay? If you lose the momentum, okay, you will not feel the power of the back to break his grip here, alright? If you let himself to roll, and right now you try to use your back, that's too late, okay? Now he has a strong grip again, because by the time that I use my back straight and break his grip, it's the same time that all his body is rolling to the left, okay? So we are using like opposite strengths. Then, as I have all my back and my arm strapped on his elbow, then he loses the grip. Alright, here comes the omoplata from the closer guard. Okay. The first one, basically going to control his side. Okay, it's not a cross grip yet. Alright, parallel grip. Alright, lapel and sleeve. At the same position that we did for the triangle, I'm going to use my right foot on the hip as an aid. Okay, to shrink better. Right. So I'm going to put my right foot on the hip, start to shrink. Okay. And at the same time, I drive my left leg over his shoulder, breaking his balance. See that? As much as I push him and bring the leg over, I move myself to the left as much as I can, because I need to move all the way, okay, 180 degrees motion here, okay? Now you can use your hands as a beginner to help you to be in the right position. Now I have to put my knee joint right over his shoulder, okay? See that I start the move in front of him. Now we both are facing the same direction, okay? Now you adjust yourself moving to the side as much as you can. And to finish the position here, you got to keep the base with your legs on that position, okay? Your foot touching your knee and your leg bent towards the right, okay? This is the final position, alright? Now, to submit him, putting pressure on the shoulder, it's just a matter of lean over with all your body weight over the shoulder. Then it taps out. Now you can attack using the omoplata with the same setup for the arm bar from the guard. Okay. Basically, he's expecting here the arm bar, all right, and probably as I'm controlling this arm, I might be able to go for the omoplata as well on this side. So I have no control at all on this left arm here. Okay. However, when you put the foot on the hip, which will be the position for the armbar here, okay, the base armbar. You can choose right now, if you think that his arm is loose, to forget about the armbar and just go for the omoplata, okay, on the same position.